You're listening to What to Listen To, the podcast that answers the question you didn't even know you were asking. From fascinating deep dives to thought-provoking trends, we've got your ears covered, so sit back, plug in, and let's explore what's worth your time today.
Welcome to the very first Skin Deep.
Ooh, exciting.
It is a series sponsored by Zit Happens, where we'll be taking these deep dives into the world of skincare.
I like it.
So to kick things off, we're going all the way back to the beginning. We're going to time travel.
Oh, wow.
To uncover the history of skincare, specifically how people throughout history have tackled that very relatable nemesis, acne.
It's so true. It's like a universal human experience, isn't it? This quest for clear skin.
It really is.
Like, we see skincare routines dating back to ancient times.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Yeah.
We've all heard about Cleopatra.
Of course.
And those legendary milk baths.
Mm-hmm.
But were those just for, like, luxury? Or was there actually a belief that they helped their skin?
I think the Egyptians were really onto something with those milk baths.
Really?
They used honey and milk, not just for moisturizing, but also for those gentle exfoliating acids.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and they even used oils like castor and moringa oil, which we now know have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties.
So they kind of intuitively understood that certain ingredients could benefit the skin.
It seems like it.
So it wasn't just about, like, smelling nice.
Right.
They had a purpose in mind.
Exactly.
What about other ancient cultures? Did they have their own skincare secrets?
Oh, absolutely. If we look at ancient Rome and Greece, olive oil was the star ingredient.
Right.
They used it for everything. Cleansing, moisturizing, even as a base for perfumes.
Wow.
And they also used abrasive materials like sand and pumice for exfoliation.
Oh, interesting.
It's fascinating to see that connection to nature and their resourcefulness in skincare.
Yeah, it really sounds like they were really in tune with their natural surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
What about cultures that were more focused on internal wellness?
Yeah.
Did they think skincare was important?
Oh, definitely. In traditional Chinese medicine, skincare was seen as an extension of overall health and balance.
Oh, wow.
They used teas and herbs, not just topically, but also for their internal effects on the body. Oh. And turmeric, which is a staple in Indian Ayurvedic practices, was also valued for its anti-inflammatory and skin brightening properties.
It's really fascinating how these cultures really recognize that interconnectedness of internal health and outward appearance.
Exactly.
So we've got all these ancient cultures with their sophisticated skincare practices. What happened as we move into the Middle Ages? Did things progress, or was there kind of a detour?
Well, things took a bit of an interesting turn during the medieval period.
Okay.
Hygiene practices weren't as advanced as they were in ancient times.
Right.
And acne was often seen as a sign of imbalance or even a moral failing.
A moral failing. Wow, talk about pressure. What did they do about it then?
Medieval remedies included things like vinegar washes, egg whites, and herbal poultices.
Okay.
Some of these, like vinegar, might have had some antibacterial effects.
Okay.
But overall, their effectiveness is questionable.
So not exactly the spa treatments that we're used to.
No, not quite.
Did things improve during the Renaissance? I always picture that era as a time of, like, artistic and scientific advancements.
Yeah, the Renaissance definitely saw a renewed interest in beauty and aesthetics.
Wow.
But some practices were, let's say, misguided, while herbal tonics and oatmeal masks were popular.
Okay.
Among the elite, there was also this trend of using lead-based makeup to conceal blemishes.
Lead-based makeup. That doesn't sound very healthy.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Lead is toxic and can have serious negative effects on the skin and overall health.
Right.
It's kind of a stark example of how beauty standards can sometimes clash with what's truly beneficial for our well-being.
Definitely a good reminder to always question those trends and do our research.
Absolutely.
So when did we finally start to move towards a more scientific approach to skincare?
Well, a major turning point came in the 1800s with the development of germ theory.
Okay, that makes sense.
This revolutionized our understanding of hygiene and its importance for health, including skin health.
So did people finally ditch the lead makeup and vinegar washes?
Gradually, lead makeup fell out of favor
Okay.
as its dangers became more apparent.
Right.
And commercially produced soaps, although often harsh, became widely available and promoted for their cleansing properties.
Okay.
Sulfur-based treatments for acne also gained traction during this time.
So we're starting to see the beginnings of modern skincare as we know it.
Yeah.
When did some of those big name brands that we know today start to appear?
Well, as we entered the early 20th century, brands like Pond's and Noxzema emerged.
Oh, yeah.
This marked the rise of commercial skincare and the increasing influence of marketing in shaping skincare habits.
Oh, Pond's cold cream.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's something our grandmothers would use.
Right.
Was it effective for anything besides, like, moisturizing?
It was primarily a moisturizer, but it did contain ingredients like mineral oil and beeswax,
Okay.
which can have occlusive properties, creating a barrier on the skin.
Right. And around this time, we also see the introduction of specific acne-fighting ingredients.
Yes.
Like zinc oxide and benzoyl peroxide.
Exactly. Still widely used today.
Those ingredients have really stood the test of time.
They have.
It feels like we're kind of on the cusp of a major breakthrough in acne treatment.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
The mid-20th century marked a significant advancement with the introduction of retinoids,
Okay.
specifically tretinoin, as a treatment for acne.
Oh, wow.
This really revolutionized acne care
Okay.
and paved the way for many of the targeted treatments that we have today.
This is where it gets really interesting for me.
Yeah.
I remember my grandmother telling me about those post-war years.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, everyone was using cold creams and moisturizers.
Yes.
And brands like Clearasil were marketing directly to teenagers.
It was a really interesting time.
Yeah.
It reflects those social and economic changes of the time.
Right.
Increased disposable income,
Yeah.
coupled with targeted marketing, made skincare more accessible and popular. Acne, once seen as purely medical, was now becoming part of everyday life.
Yeah, especially for adolescents.
Exactly.
And then the 1980s arrived with its big hair and bold fashion.
Oh, yes.
What happened in the world of skincare?
Well, the 80s saw benzoyl peroxide become a staple in many skincare routines.
Okay.
And the concept of multi-step routines started to take hold.
Uh-huh.
It's also when we see a shift in how acne was perceived.
Yeah.
It was no longer just a teen problem.
Right.
And adults struggling with acne were finally getting some recognition.
It feels like every decade brings a new skincare trend.
It does, doesn't it?
What happened in the 1990s? Was it all about proactive?
Proactive definitely made a huge impact in the 90s.
It did.
It introduced that concept of subscription-based skincare
Oh, right.
and leveraged celebrity endorsements to
Yeah.
become a household name.
Right. And those infomercials.
Oh, every
They
week.
were everywhere.
Yes.
But while proactive was booming in the West, another skincare revolution was brewing
Yes.
across the globe. What can you tell us about the rise of K-beauty?
Ooh, Korean beauty, K-beauty.
Yes.
Took the world by storm in the 2000s.
Yeah.
It introduced a philosophy of preventative skincare with multi-step routines
Okay.
focused on hydration and layering products,
Right.
sheet masks, essences, and innovative products like hydrocolloid patches.
Okay. I've definitely heard of sheet masks and hydrocolloid patches, but what exactly is an essence?
Oh, good question.
What role does it play?
Essences are lightweight, watery products packed with active ingredients.
Okay.
They hydrate and prep the skin for serums and moisturizers.
So it's like a supercharged toner.
Exactly. Give your skin that extra boost.
So we've gone from those ancient remedies to commercially produced soaps and creams.
Yeah.
To targeted acne treatments and really elaborate skincare routines. Where do we go from here? What's next in this skincare saga?
Well, the 21st century has ushered in a new era of skincare
Okay.
with advanced ingredients like niacinamide, peptides, and ceramides. We're also seeing innovations like microneedle patches.
Microneedle patches. There's some pretty intense.
They might sound intimidating,
Yeah.
but they're actually designed to be quite painless.
Oh, good.
Microneedle patches are all about delivering those active ingredients deeper into the skin.
Okay, break it down for me.
Sure.
How do these tiny needles actually work?
Imagine hundreds of microscopic needles, so tiny you can barely feel them,
Okay.
made from biodegradable materials like hyaluronic acid.
Uh-huh.
And these needles are loaded with potent skincare ingredients.
Right.
And when you apply the patch to your skin, the microneedles gently pierce the skin's surface,
Okay.
creating tiny channels that allow those ingredients to penetrate deeper.
So it's like creating these micro pathways for
Exactly.
the ingredients to reach their target.
Yes,
Does that mean they're more effective than just applying a serum or a cream?
that's the idea.
Okay.
It bypasses the skin's natural barrier,
Right.
which can sometimes hinder the absorption of certain ingredients. By delivering those ingredients directly to those deeper layers of the skin, they can potentially work more effectively.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What kind of ingredients are typically used in these microneedle patches?
It really depends on the intended purpose of the patch.
Okay.
They can contain a variety of ingredients, peptides for anti-aging, hyaluronic acid for hydration, vitamin C for brightening, and even acne-fighting actives like salicylic acid and niacinamide.
So there's a microneedle patch for just about every skin concern.
It seems that way.
That's incredible. Are there any risks or downsides to using them?
Microneedle patches are generally considered safe for most people.
Okay.
But as with any skincare product, it's always a good idea to do a patch test
Good advice.
on a small area of skin just to check for any sensitivity.
Yeah, always better to be safe than sorry, especially when trying new skincare products.
Absolutely.
So we've got those hydrocolloid patches for creating that healing environment. And those microneedle patches for targeted delivery of ingredients.
Yes.
What other innovations are shaping the future of skincare?
Well, one area that's generating a lot of buzz is personalized skincare.
Personalized skincare. That sounds intriguing.
It is. Tell me more. The idea is to create customized skincare routines based on individual needs and preferences.
So how do they do that?
This could involve DNA analysis, skin assessments, using AI technology.
Wow.
Or even 3D printing of personalized products.
That's like having your own personal skincare scientist. It sounds futuristic.
It does, doesn't it?
But is it really possible to create a truly personalized skincare routine?
It's still an evolving field.
Oh, okay.
But the possibilities are really exciting, with advancements in technology and our understanding of skin genetics and the microbiome.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to being able to tailor skincare to each individual's unique needs.
That would be a game changer.
Right.
No more guessing and testing endless products. What about sustainability? Is the skincare industry doing anything to become more eco-friendly?
Absolutely. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important in the skincare industry.
Okay.
We're seeing a shift towards more eco-conscious practices.
Like what?
Biodegradable packaging, sourcing ingredients ethically and sustainably, and reducing water usage in production.
That's encouraging to hear.
It is.
So from ancient remedies to personalized skincare and sustainability efforts, it's clear that the skincare industry is constantly evolving.
It is.
It makes you wonder, what does the future hold?
One can only imagine. Perhaps we'll see skincare integrated with wearable technology.
Ooh.
Or even virtual reality experience.
Wow, the possibilities are endless.
They are.
It's an exciting time to be interested in skincare, that's for sure.
It is.
We've covered so much ground today.
We have.
From the history of acne treatment to the latest innovations.
Yes.
I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too.
We'll continue this discussion after a quick word from our sponsor, Zit Happens.
Sounds good. Welcome back to Skin Deep.
Before the break, we were discussing how skincare has evolved from ancient practices to modern innovations with advanced ingredients and technology.
Yeah, and it's remarkable how something as simple as a patch can be so effective in delivering targeted treatments.
Speaking of patches, you mentioned hydrocolloid patches earlier.
Yes.
Can we dive a little deeper into those?
Absolutely.
They seem to have become a skincare staple.
Yeah, hydrocolloid patches are a great example of how technology, originally intended for medical use, has found its way into everyday skincare.
So they weren't always meant for tackling those pesky pimples.
Not at all.
Oh.
Hydrocolloid technology was actually developed back in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
For wound care.
Okay.
These patches were designed to create a moist environment over wounds, protecting them from bacteria and promoting faster healing.
So it's like creating a protective barrier to help the skin repair itself.
Yeah.
But how do they make the leap from wound care to acne treatment?
It's a fascinating story of recognizing the potential of existing technology and adapting it for new purposes.
Right.
Skincare brands, particularly those in Asia, saw those benefits of hydrocolloid patches for acne.
Okay.
They can absorb fluids, create a protective barrier to prevent picking, and even help reduce inflammation.
So they basically took something that was working well in the medical field and applied it to a common skincare concern.
Exact.
Were they immediately popular?
It took a bit of time.
Okay.
But with the rise of K-beauty and its emphasis on innovative and effective skincare solutions, hydrocolloid patches gained popularity.
Okay.
Social media and influencer marketing also played a role.
I remember seeing those videos online of people peeling off the patches to reveal all the gunk they'd pulled out of their blemishes.
Oh, yeah.
It was strangely satisfying to watch.
I know, there's definitely a visual appeal to it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, they really do work.
Yeah.
They've become an essential part of many people's acne-fighting routines.
It's amazing how something as simple as a sticker can be so effective.
It is.
But let's move on to those microneedle patches you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Those sound a bit more, well, intimidating.
They might sound intimidating, but they're actually designed to be quite painless.
Okay, good.
Microneedle patches are all about delivering active ingredients deeper into the skin than traditional topical products.
Okay, break it down for me.
Sure.
How do these tiny needles actually work?
So imagine hundreds of microscopic needles, so tiny you can barely feel them,
Okay.
made from biodegradable materials like hyaluronic acid.
Uh-huh.
These needles are loaded with potent skincare ingredients.
Right.
When you apply the patch to your skin, the microneedles gently pierce the skin's surface,
Okay.
creating tiny channels that allow the ingredients to penetrate deeper into the layers where they can be most effective.
So it's like creating micropathways
Exactly.
for the ingredients to reach their target.
Yes.
Does this mean they're more effective than just applying a serum or cream?
That's the idea. It bypasses the skin's natural barrier,
Right.
which can sometimes hinder the absorption of certain ingredients.
Right.
By delivering the ingredients directly to the deeper layers of the skin, they can potentially work more effectively.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What kind of ingredients are typically used in microneedle patches?
It depends on the intended purpose of the patch.
Okay.
They can contain a variety of ingredients, including peptides for anti-aging, hyaluronic acid for hydration,
Uh-huh.
vitamin C for brightening, and even acne-fighting actives like salicylic acid and niacinamide.
So there's a microneedle patch for just about every skin concern.
It seems that way.
That's incredible. Are there any risks or downsides to using them?
Microneedle patches are generally considered safe for most people.
Okay.
But as with any skincare product, it's always a good idea to start with a patch test on a small area of skin to check for any sensitivity.
Good advice.
Yeah.
It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to trying new skincare products.
Oh.
So we've got hydrocolloid patches for creating a healing environment and microneedle patches for targeted delivery of ingredients.
Yes.
What other innovations are shaping the future of skincare?
One area that's generating a lot of buzz is personalized skincare.
Personalized skincare. That sounds intriguing.
It is. Tell me more.
The idea is to create customized skincare routines based on individual needs and preferences.
So how do they do that?
This could involve DNA analysis, skin assessments using AI technology,
Wow.
or even 3D printing of personalized products.
That's like having your own personal skincare scientist. It sounds futuristic.
It does, doesn't it?
But is it really possible to create a truly personalized skincare routine for everyone?
You know, it's still an evolving field,
Okay.
but the possibilities are exciting with advancements in technology and our understanding of skin genetics and the microbiome. We're getting closer to being able to tailor skincare to each individual's unique needs.
That would be a game changer.
No more guessing and testing endless products.
Exactly.
What about sustainability? Is the skincare industry doing anything to become more eco-friendly?
Absolutely. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important in the skincare industry.
Okay.
We're seeing a shift toward more eco-conscious practices.
Like what?
Using biodegradable packaging, sourcing ingredients ethically and sustainably, and reducing water usage in production.
That's encouraging to hear.
It is.
So from ancient remedies to personalized skincare and sustainability efforts, it's clear that the skincare industry is constantly evolving.
It is.
It makes you wonder what the future holds.
One can only imagine. Perhaps we'll see skincare integrated with wearable technology.
Ooh.
Or even virtual reality experiences.
Wow, the possibilities are endless.
They are.
It's an exciting time to be interested in skincare, that's for sure.
It is.
We've covered so much ground today, from the history of acne treatment to the latest innovations.
We have.
I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too.
And we've only just scratched the surface. But for now, we'll take a short break and be back soon to wrap up this fascinating deep dive into the world of skincare.
Sounds good.
Don't forget to stay tuned for a special message from our sponsor, Zit Happens, where you can find innovative acne care solutions for every skin type.
Great.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Skin Deep. It's been quite a journey, exploring the history and evolution of skincare.
It really has. We've covered so much, from ancient practices to modern innovations.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to see how our understanding of skin health has just evolved over time.
You know, what really struck me
Yeah.
is how much skincare has been influenced by cultural trends and beauty standards.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just think about how the ideal of beauty has changed over the centuries.
Right.
And how that's reflected in skincare practices.
It's like those lead-based makeup concoctions during the Renaissance.
Right.
They were trying to achieve a certain look, but it ended up being so harmful in the long run.
Exactly. And today we're seeing a shift towards embracing diversity and individuality in beauty standards, which is also influencing the skincare industry.
Like those movements, acne positivity.
Yes.
They're challenging the idea that perfect skin is the only kind of beautiful skin.
Absolutely.
It's about accepting and caring for your skin, regardless of its imperfections.
Can't agree more.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the history of skincare, what are some key takeaways that you want our listeners to remember?
I think the biggest takeaway is that skincare is a personal journey.
Okay.
There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
What works for one person may not work for another.
That's so true.
It's about finding what works best for your individual skin type and concerns.
I've definitely learned that the hard way over the years with all the trial and error I've done with different products.
Tell me about it.
And don't underestimate the power of knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
The more you understand about your skin and the ingredients you're using, the better equipped you'll be to make those informed decisions about your skincare routine.
Couldn't agree more.
So before we say goodbye, any final words of wisdom for our listeners?
Embrace a holistic approach to skincare.
Okay.
It's not just about what you put on your skin,
Right.
but also your overall health and well-being.
Yeah.
Factors like diet, sleep, stress management, and hydration all play a role in skin health.
That's a great reminder to take care of ourselves from the inside out.
It is.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this fascinating deep dive into the history of skincare.
It's been my pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure learning from you.
Likewise.
And a big thank you to our sponsor, Zit Happens, for making this episode possible.
Yes, thank you.
Be sure to check out their website, zithappens.co, for innovative acne care solutions.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and embrace your unique skin journey.
Love that.
And remember, healthy skin is happy skin. We'll see you on our next deep dive.
Until next time, don't just hear the world, listen to it.